Hello Sagittarius, this is Ashley. We're going to do your reading for November 2021. We're going to look at past, present, and future and see what might be going on for you. Alright, so we're going to try to narrow down the story using some tarot. This may not be every Sagittarius's reading, so if it's not, go ahead and check out your other placements. You can see that schedule down below. You can certainly hit that notification bell so that you are notified whenever new readings come out. If you're wanting to look at your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements, please remember to like and subscribe. So I had a couple of interesting, I meditate just for a few minutes before I turn on the camera to see if there's anything that wants to come through. And so this may or may not resonate. We'll see if it applies to your reading at all. But I do feel like some of you in November may be getting quite a bit of downloads while you're sleeping, like kind of almost like restless sleep. Could be having a lot of dreams, some of which you don't remember. You just kind of wake up feeling kind of tired, like you've been working all night. So I did see some of that. I also kind of got this feeling of being almost like you're trying to protect yourself in some way from people you know, or kind of trying to hide your emotions, I wanted to say. And it's interesting that I got that, and then we get this Into Me I See card come up. But the visual itself was of a cuttlefish. If you don't know what that is, you can pull up Google or YouTube and check it out. But they are capable of changing their skin color quite rapidly to camouflage and protect themselves, and also communicate with other cuttlefish. So to me it felt like kind of almost a defensive kind of tactic. So I want to see what's going on in the reading, see if that shows up at all for you. So let's get into your reading, Sagittarius, for November. Alright, we have the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Cups. That has come up for every fire sign. And the Hermit, the Ten of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Two of Cups. At the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Cups. So could certainly be getting some sort of love offer that's coming in, or just some offer that feels very emotionally fulfilling to you. So that could apply to a love relationship, a friendship, even a job offer, or just some feedback that you're receiving at work, or where have you. Anywhere could apply here. But definitely some strong incoming communication for the month of November. And to me that almost feels like that those heavy downloads during sleep. The Eight of Wands can be a lot of overwhelming communication. And we do have Hawk Spirit, which says, let Spirit be your guide. So, alright, let's see. in the past position, we have into me, I see. And it is the number 8. So there could be quite a bit of self-reflection that has been taking place in the past, specifically to the more deep, intimate parts of yourself. You may have decided to open up on an intimate level with someone else here. And it does feel like perhaps some sort of, kind of trying to decide whether or not to collaborate with someone else after having been through kind of a burdensome situation here with the 10 of Wands. It's almost like you're trying to kind of release the past and weighing up right now whether or not to allow a potentially a new beginning to happen here. But real quickly, I want to look at this intimacy, into me I see card and see if there's any other messages to note here. It says, trust in another, dropping shields and rigid boundaries to allow connection, and the willingness to be vulnerable. So that kind of, to me, makes sense based on that cuttlefish visual that I was getting, where this cuttlefish was rapidly changing colors to like protect itself. So kind of trying to decide whether or not you're going to open up to something and kind of expose yourself, kind of being intimate or vulnerable, kind of feels like a risk. So let's see, with the 3 of Pentacles, we have the 9 of Pentacles and the World. With the 10 of Wands, we have the 9 of Wands. See how protected this person is? It's kind of that wounded warrior energy. We have the 6 of Pentacles. And with the 2 of Pentacles, we have the 8 of Wands and the 8 of Swords. So it does definitely feel like something in the past has ended, and it caused some injury for you. Could be dealing with a Virgo, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, a Leo. Plenty of fire and air and earth showing up here. But it does feel like you kind of have been working to rebuild on your own at this juncture. So this could have been a job, it could have been a relationship that ended. And you've been working to kind of rebuild for yourself here in the past. I do feel like there is someone that has taken an interest in you and wants to work with you to build something. But what you've experienced in the past was not equal give and take. It was like you were putting in all this time and energy and effort and not getting a whole lot in return. And so after time, over time, that caused a lot of wounds for you. And I think that you are ready to put that kind of interaction in the past. Kind of like, you can see how she's setting fire to all these notes. Kind of setting fire to those burdens and not accepting anything that's not going to be equal. And I do feel like your guard is up here. But I feel like someone's come in with some communication. Could have been someone from a distance here with the 8 of Wands. Doesn't have to be. But overall, what I feel like with that Eight of Wands and the Eight of Swords, we also have this 8 on the intimacy card. So a lot of self-work, abundance kind of messages coming in there. You could look up the numerology for 888. You may be seeing that number quite a bit as well. But I think you're having to just make a decision here. Whether you're going to let something in. Someone, and to me, when I think of intimate connections, they're just really deep connections. Something that we're feel safe opening up to and really exposing our vulnerable side. So to me, that would be like really close family. That could be a lover. That could be a deep friendship, right? I don't really feel like this is probably work related. Because I don't know that we tend to get to that level in the workplace, right? But I do feel like someone's come in. There's been a lot of communication here. And I feel like in the past you've been a little bit stuck because you're not really sure if you want to open up to this person, right? And you've been kind of, almost having like this, it almost reminds me of like Cancer, the crab, where we kind of sidestep to get where we want to go. We don't go right at it. And that's kind of what this feels like to me. Could certainly be dealing with a Cancer. Well, let's see what's coming in November itself. We have Hawk Spirit, and it says, let Spirit be your guide. So kind of having this higher perspective of things. Could certainly be receiving messages, downloads, those dreams that you don't remember. I do feel like you're probably working out a lot of past pain in your sleep. You could even feel like you've been having some bad dreams. But we have this Ace of Pentacles as the center card here. So I do feel like whoever is communicating with you, we're getting the Eight of Wands twice. They want something new with you. And they want to collaborate to make it happen. So let's check this out, see what's going on. See what we're getting here. That was a Wheel of Fortune again that popped out there. We have that here in the future position. With the Five of Cups, we have the Devil. So again, pain from the past, and the Six of Swords, and you're kind of transitioning out of that. And I think that that's kind of what all this sort of internal processing has been, even on a subconscious level. Like I said, during the dream state, you could be working through some pain of the past, some limiting fears, or just connections that are weighing you down. So prepare yourself for some potentially restless sleep. That may not apply to everyone, of course. With the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Page of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So somebody is all over you. There's so much communication here, and they really want to make this happen. Could certainly be one of the fixed signs. We have some Capricorn showing up here. Let's see, the Eight of Wands. Oh my gosh, the Knight of Cups, which is what we got at the bottom of the deck, right? And the Three of Cups. Somebody wants to love all up on ya, Sagittarius. and have fun. Communicate a ton. I really like this. I mean, it feels really good. To me, I feel like you're maybe a little intimidated by this, but it looks like this person is, I feel like this is the same person. Now, you could certainly be seeing an uptick in communication in November. I've been saying this like crazy this past month, but with the way things have been in October, there was kind of a standstill that took place. Communication was off, and we had that Mercury retrograde, and then we had 4 planets move direct. So things are starting to pick up, and that's definitely showing up here. I would just say that in November, try to pay attention to the messages that are coming in, whether it's in the dream state or from synchronicity, or just like words that people say that you're like, that's odd that you would say that, because I just thought about that the other day. You know, keep track of those kinds of synchronicities and look into the symbolism of what that means for you. And I feel like you'll get some helpful insights in November. Now, in the future position, we have this dimensional gateway, and I do feel like you're being invited to kind of level up here. Could be jumping timelines, could be just shifting into a new vibration here. And I feel like this is what perhaps is on offer here. It's like if you were to open up and accept this risk, this is what, like, from your perspective, this may feel like a risk, but I do feel like whatever this person or these people are bringing in to offer you is a really solid possibility here. It's just going to make you feel a little wishy-washy, a little iffy, perhaps a little nervous, like you kind of want to hide in your shell a little bit. But it does feel like whatever this is brings in a really positive shift for you, kind of like a leveling up here. So we have the Hermit, the Fortune's Wheel, and the Two of Cups. So some sort of shift is taking place, and I almost feel like it's trying to pull you out of a hermitage, out of this hermit energy. You could certainly be dealing with a Virgo. That's shown up more than once here with that Nine of Pentacles and the Hermit. But could very well be a counterpart with this Two of Cups here. Let's see what's going on. Interesting, the Fool is showing up as the only card that's exposed down here. So we're going to set him aside. Could be dealing with an Aries, but what was I just saying? This like leap of faith. It's like it's going to take some guts to maybe go for this. So with the Hermit, we have the Three of Pentacles. Could even be someone you work with. Doesn't have to be, but you're going to have the courage, the inner strength to go for this and open up. Allow this to happen. With that Strength card, we have some Leo showing up there. With this Wheel of Fortune, we have the Nine of Swords. Like you're not sure where this might lead, kind of energy there. And you're worried that, you're worried about, you know, potentially getting burned again, like you have in the past, like where you've been rejected, or maybe even not fully accepted for who you are, especially with that Intimacy card showing up here as a past pain that you've dealt with. It's like if you open up, are they really going to accept all of you, you know? Let's see, with the Two of Cups, ooh la la, we have the Four of Wands and The Eight of Pentacles, again, could be someone you work with, but either way, I do feel like this person wants to work on and build something with you, a union. They want to celebrate. I mean, it's really looking good. I think it's just a matter of you opening yourself up and taking a leap. You know, it's really interesting. I've been meditating before each reading. And for Aries, and I didn't mention this in the video for Aries, but in the Aries video, I had this visual of a dog playing Frisbee with its owner. But this dog kind of looked more almost like not a domesticated dog. It almost looked more like a larger fox or like a coyote. And it's interesting because we have the Aries card here with the dog, and he was white with this like bushy tail. So it's kind of interesting here that popped out, huh? So not that you are dealing with someone that has a dog. They might have a white dog that likes to play Frisbee. And this dog was like leaping into the air and catching this Frisbee with some serious skill. He almost reminded me of like a very agile fox. So that's kind of interesting that showed up there. But it's almost like, do you jump up and nab this opportunity? And it could feel tricky. It could feel like you're putting yourself at risk here. But I mean, it really looks good. It looks like you have the potential here. I want to get more on this Wheel of Fortune. It's like you have the potential here to let go of the past, which we'd already talked about, but it's almost like this person reminds you that some people are safe to be open with. It's okay to be yourself. That doesn't automatically mean rejection. And the Ten of Wands, putting that past in the past, because we have it here as well. Yeah, look at that, Five of Cups. Letting it go. Like, this feels like the opportunity to really shed the past. And there you are. So I would go for it, Sagittarius. Of course, it is up to you. But it looks positive. It looks like a really positive potential here. It just may feel like it's moving really fast and may feel overwhelming. So heads up on that. I hope to see you in the next one. I hope that was helpful. Have a great November. And I'll see you back here next week. We will look at the second week of November. And I will be doing eclipse bonuses, so those will be coming out here soon as well. So keep your eye out for that. I'll see you next time. Bye.